Ladies and gentlemen, Europe and Australia, here is the moment of truth.
Indeed. It is now time for us to see who will be the winner of this very first edition of the AstroVision Song Festival. 26 countries are waiting to get their results, and I'm sure you are as excited as our artists are. Now, the way the results will be revealed is the following.
First, we will discover the points from the jury voting, separately from the televotes. Indeed, our 26 finalists will receive their jury vote score, which will be announced according to their running order position, from 1st to 26th. And then, after the jury votes, we will discover the televoting score for each country, this time according to the reverse order of the jury voting. That means that we will strap from 26th place for the jury voting, and go up the rankings until we get to the first place for our juries. And only then, we will see who the winner is.
So, MFCC, we ready to do this? Let's see who is the winner of the AstroVision Song Festival. So, starting off with Ukraine. Your jury voting score is of 38 points.
Moving on to Romania. Romania, you received from the jury voting 44 points.
Now moving on to Iceland. Iceland, you received from the juries 55 points.
Now we move on to Faroe Islands. And so, you received from the jury votes 65 points.
Now we are moving on to the Isle of Man. The Isle of Man, you received 45 points.
And now we move on to Monaco. Monaco, your jury score is of 44 points.
Now we move on to the land of ice, Greenland. And Greenland, you received 57 points.
And now it's time to move on to the Netherlands. And the Netherlands, you received from the juries 1 point.
We are sorry, the Netherlands, but we have to move on to Turkey now. And Turkey, get ready to receive from the juries 78 points.
And now, we are moving on to Italy. Italy, you received from the jury voting. Are you ready? 99 points.
Big congrats to Italy for this performance. And now, we move on to Canary Islands. And Canaries, you received from the juries a total of 29 points.
Now it's time to move on to Finland now. And Finland, you have received from the jury votes 62 points.
We are moving on to Austria now. And Austria, you have received another 29 points.
Now it's time for Cyprus to receive their score. Cyprus, get ready to receive. $87 points.
Congrats to Cyprus for provisional second place. And now, we move on to Germany. Germany, you received from jury voting. Ready? 104 points.
Wow, this is a massive score for Germany, which takes provisional lead. Congratulations. Now we have to move on to Åland Islands for their score. And they received from the jury votes 88 points.
With Åland getting provisional third place, it's now time to move on to Gibraltar. And Gibraltar, you received from the juries 69 points.
Now we move on to Russia now. So, Russia, you received from the jury voting 68 points.
Now we are moving on to Luxembourg for their score. And Luxembourg, you have received from the juries 44 points.
And now it's time to move overseas to visit our guest country Australia. And Australia, get ready to receive a total of 90 points.
Congrats to Australia for this provisional third place. Now we move on to the United Kingdom. and the UK. You have received from the jury votes 70 points.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to move on to the host country, as known as Malta. So, Malta, you received from the juries another 44 points.
Now we move on to Latvia. Latvia, the jury votes have given you 62 points.
We move on to Ireland now. An Ireland, the jury votes attributed a total of 41 points.
We move on now to the last one of our big six countries, Sweden. So, Sweden, you have received from the juries 22 points.
We are sorry for this rather low score. But it's time to move on to our last country remaining, Guernsey. And Guernsey, the jury voting has given you 73 points.
So, this is all for the jury voting score. Before we move on to the second phase of our exciting voting reveal, let's see a recap of our current top 5, which are the 5 songs which were the most appreciated for the juries.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, now we are entering the serious business with the reveal of the televotes, which will add up to our current scores. As for now, Germany is in the lead with 104 points, but will they keep it after the televotes? Let's find out now with the televoting reveal.
So, the first country that we will visit is our current last place, which is the Netherlands. The Netherlands, the televotes has given you additional 36 points.
Now we move on to Sweden. Sweden, the televotes have given you additional 34 points.
Moving on to Canary Islands. The televotes have given you a total of 60 points.
Quite a difference from jury votes already. Congrats to the Canaries. Now we move on to Austria. They received 58 points.
Moving on to Ukraine now. Ukraine, the televotes accorded you a total of 44 points.
Now it's time to move on to Ireland. And Ireland, get ready to receive from the televotes a total of 4 points.
Our apologies to Ireland for this low score. Please do remember that you did amazing anyway. I think we have to move on to Romania now. And Romania, you received 48 points.
Now we move on to the Principality of Monaco. And Monaco, the televotes has given you 60 points.
Which is enough for them to take provisional lead, but there are still many countries to come, one of them being Luxembourg. And Luxembourg, you received from the televotes 54 points.
Now we go back to us, Malta. Malta, the televoting has given you a total of 68 points.
Congrats to Malta for the provisional lead. And now, we move on to the Isle of Man. The Isle of Man. The televotes has given you 32 points.
A rather low score for Isle of Man, sorry for that. BU now we have to move on to Iceland. So, Iceland, the televotes have given you 46 points.
And now it is time to move on to Greenland. Alright Greenland, the televotes have given you additional. Are you ready? Because you received 96 points.
Wow, what a comeback score from Greenland, congrats! And that's easily enough for them to take the provisional lead. Now after these emotions, we move on to Finland. And Finland, get ready to receive 92 points.
Another big televoting score which allows Finland to take provisional lead by 1 point only. Congrats to Finland. And now, we move on to Latvia. They received additional 48 points.
Now we move on to Faroe Islands. And Faroe Islands, you have received from the televoting another 48 points.
We are now reaching our top 10 from jury voting, 10 countries remaining to receive their televoting score. And we start off this top 10 with... We start with Russia. And Russia, get ready to receive from the televotes. $44 points.
Now we are moving on to Gibraltar. Gibraltar, the televoting has accorded you a total of additional 42 points.
Not enough still to overtake our provisional leader Finland. Now we move on to the United Kingdom. You received from the televoting additional 50 points.
Moving on now to the small but beautiful island of Guernsey for their televoting score. Guernsey, the audience at home has given you additional 40 points.
Now we are moving on to Turkey. So, Turkey, get ready to receive from the televotes 62 points.
And now, it's time to move on from one rock ambience to another one with Cyprus. So, Cyprus, the televotes has awarded you with Are you ready? Because you received 90 points.
Which is definitely enough to get provisional lead over Finland, with a total of 177 points. Congrats to Cyprus for this performance. And now we move on to Åland Islands. Åland. You received from the televotes additional 46 points.
Sorry for a rather low score for our fourth place for jury voting. But we are now entering top 3, the 3 remaining countries to receive their votes from the audience. Pressure definitely intensifies at this stage of the voting reveal, at least for me. And now we move on to our guest country, Australia. Australia. The televotes has given you, I'm sorry, 38 points.
Sorry to Australia for this score, but do not feel disappointed as you provided us a great performance. Now, before moving on to our 2 remaining countries, let's see a final recap of our top 5 as for now.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, now is very much the time of truth. The winner can be either Cyprus, which is currently in the lead with 177 points, or one of the two remaining countries waiting to get their results, which are Germany and Italy. And it's now time to move on to Italy. Italy. Get ready to receive your televoting score, which is of 94 points.
Congrats to Italy for this big performance. This is easily enough to overtake Cyprus for provisional lead with a total of 193 points. But now is the deciding moment for this edition. Our two candidates for the win have now their faith in the hand of you, dear televotes. These two candidates are Italy, which is, we repeat, currently in the lead with 193 points, and the remaining country, which is Germany. Are you ready, people? Let's find out who is the winner of the first edition of the AstroVision Song Festival. So, Germany, your televoting score is a total of, they need at least a total of 92 points in order to overtake Italy and win this edition. Germany, you received from the televotes additional 58 points. And this actually means that we have a winner. With a total of 162 points, Germany does not have enough points to overtake the leader.
Which means that the very first winner of the AstroVision Song Festival is Italy.
Massive congratulations to Annalisa with her song Mon Amour. With 193 points, the winner is Italy. The stage is going absolutely wild. What a win! It's now official, next edition of the European contest will move to the land of pasta and the Colosseum. And with that, it's now time for us to cut the show to an end. We would like to thank our national broadcaster PBS Malta for hosting such an incredible show.
Massive thanks to the AstroVision Broadcasting Union as well for believing in us to handle the hosting of such a great event. Thank you to the city of Attard for opening their arms to Europe and Australia. And finally, thank you Ben, for being my dear partner to handle the presentation.
Thank you Eliana as well, it's been such an honor to present this contest with you. And thank you all, dear audience, for your dedication and support. And now, it's time for us to say goodbye.
See you all next edition in the Italian Peninsula. And to close this edition, Italy. The stage is yours.